Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Talk to Me, a movie about a group of teenagers or college students messing around with the supernatural. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So it all has to do with this hand. This is essentially this movie's Ouija board. Okay, you do a ceremony, you grab the hand, you say, talk to me, and then you get visions or ghosts from hell talk to you, and the dead talk to you, and crazy things happen. And then, of course, it escalates. Oh, we've done something forbidden. This is a very common theme, not just in movies, but in folklore. Don't mess with the unknown. But, you know, for a movie like this, you can see the pattern. It's a bunch of young, good-looking people at the prime of their lives doing something forbidden, taking it too far. Oh, look, there's a bunch of stuff written on the hand. I don't know. And then crazy things start to happen, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And until eventually, I believe, the woman is possessed by the devil. So only in July, theaters July 28th. It's called Talk to Me. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. So first act, this is my second take, so I already read the write-up. First act, they establish all the characters. They're fun, fit, young people. This girl has lost her mother, misses her. They heard about this thing on college campuses or whatever it is, some urban legend or whatever the hell it is, Ouija board equivalent. They decide to go and do the talk to me thing. They go, she talks to her dead mother, holds the hand too long. That's part of the trick here. You're on a limited time, and if you keep holding the hand, you've done something wrong. So, and that's essentially the first act. She actually sees something. There's some supernatural contact there, but she goes a little too far. Now, weird things start happening. I don't know, maybe she steals the hand and keeps using it when she shouldn't. People start experiencing weird things. Maybe one of them dies. Who knows? But weird things will happen in the second act, and it'll get worse and worse and worse. It all has to do with the hand. Oh, and they even have the line, which has been in a bunch of movies. Oh, I think we opened a door we didn't quite shut. Doo-doo-doo. And it gets more and more supernatural until the third act, where they have to fight the evil demon and do the magic MacGuffin thing and put it all back in the Pandora's box and go back to normal after half their friends have been horribly murdered or driven insane. I mean, it's not a bad premise. I've seen worse, right? It's essentially, the hand is essentially their Ouija board. You ever done a Ouija board? I mean, it's the same kind of thing. A bunch of young people do this, and oh, crazy things happen. So, from directors Danny and Michael Philippou, starring Sophie Wilde, Joe Bird, Alexander Jensen, Odysee Dejani, Miranda Otto, and more. July 28th. This is a summer movie. Again, what are these movies for? It's so young people can take a date. The girl gets scared, hides in the arms of the guy, and it's a good time for all. So that's what you do. That's what these movies are for. That's why they always center around young people doing something they probably should. And people like them. And I don't mind them. I've written a couple of them. This one is okay. The premise is okay. I like the iconic hand. It's not like, you know, I don't have to see it, but it's not really for me. It's for a younger crowd. I think it'll do okay. I think it'll probably do, say, if it's good, and I think it looks good. I think it'll do about as well as Smile, or maybe slightly less or slightly more, somewhere around that area. Smile, another movie, same kind of thing. instead of a Ouija board kind of thing, it's a demon that just inhabits people. Um, and I think they got a sequel in mind for that. Megan, same thing. Um, I would see those movies. They're in my wheelhouse. But I'm not like dying to pay $14 for it unless I'm on a date. And I'm a little older, so my kind of date movie's a little more arty. But I wouldn't. I'm not like a snob. I wouldn't discount it. But I'd be perfectly fine to watch this on streaming for me. But if I was a teenager or a college student, I'd be like, oh, let's go see this. And I'd get a group of my friends and we'd go and have a great time. Or a bunch of couples, right? That would be ideal. So yeah, it looks fine. Looks fine. A24 tends to do better movies than most. Even their movies that aren't so great, at least they're trying different things. This is at least different. It's very iconic. It seems well done. I like the cast. They seem to be on point. Maybe slightly woke in the beginning because I think it's two girls, but I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't seem to be the focus of the thing. So don't get off track here. Looks fine. This is kind of creepy with the black eyes. So could be good, in a Blair Witch kind of way. Yeah, why not? I mean, what else do you want from a horror movie? It's going to be creepy. Going to be a lot of jump scares. It's not particularly high budget, but it's going to be a movie where you come out and you talk about it with your friends. Oh, what would you do if you had the hand? And then it's open to a sequel. Whether the whole cast dies or not, you always got the hand. You just get a whole bunch of new actors. Say, oh, we're doing a horror movie. We need a bunch of new actors. We're doing it. Talk to me too. And maybe bring her back and a couple of main cast, or maybe don't. It's fine. It's almost like a monkey's paw kind of thing when you think about it. I mean, it's got that look because it's a hand. So it's got the, I don't know, it's got the air of that because it's a body part, and it's iconic, but it's also kind of inhuman since it's only a part, right? And then when the hand moves, and I'm sure it moves at some point in the movie, I'm sure it's like, oh, it's just still, and suddenly it goes. So I'm sure that's going to be cool. But again, I don't know. I'm not like. But it's not for me. I'm too old for this. I've seen these movies a million times. For me, I'd probably laugh through most of it. But yeah, back in the 80s, sure. Me and my friends, we'd go see this movie. If you had a date, that would be ideal. Perfect. So I think it'll be an okay summer movie. If you can get back to the theaters before the next disaster. Or to me, this would be perfect. Movie theaters, if you and Hollywood, slash the price on this one. Get the ticket sales up, and then brag about the ticket sales. Even if you slash the price and make half as much money, you can at least have something to brag about. You can say millions more people saw it. Yes, we slashed the price, but so many people saw it, and that would tee you up for the sequel. And I think people, you could totally franchise this. It to me, it's better than Scream. It's got a better premise than Scream. Because you're already starting with the supernatural. The problem with Scream is it wasn't supernatural to begin with, and now they're trying to push it into that realm because it's kind of the only place you can, it's the only way you can keep it going. Anyhow, this isn't about Scream. This one's fine. Talk to me. July 28th. If you need a horror movie, I think you could do a lot worse. And that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. If you can find a more based take, take it. Thanks to all who came out the Pinelands Library in Medford. And tomorrow, join us for the live stream. We do it live, Sundays at 7. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you